your ball weights, your goods. So coming to sit on the mat. Sitting up tall, grabbing your band, and just lengthen the arms outside the shoulder blades down. Lift up out of your pelvis. Feel your abs draw in. Feel your ribs start to draw in. Maybe because it's fresh in the morning, you need to bend your knees a little bit to get up straight. So if the legs can be straight, fine, but if that's feeling like it's too stressful on your back or your hamstrings, bend them. Lengthen a little bit taller, and then slide the shoulder blades down, grow the top of your head to the sky, and a little press out, and a small release press out. Can you press out not just from your arms, but find how your abs are drawing in, you're lifting your pelvic floor up, you're sliding the shoulder blades down, so your whole body is active, even though all we're doing is pressing out into that band. Keep the tension on it as you just press out and out. For 3, 2, hold it out, and then tuck your pelvis and roll back an inch and come up to sit. You're gonna just round your low back and come up to sit. So maybe you're going back a couple inches. You're just gonna tuck and roll, press your low back towards the mat, and maybe each time you can go a little bit further. Pressing low back towards the mat, and then using your strong abs to start to lift. Round. And lift. One more time. Round and hold the back, and then press the band up here. Press out, out. Drawing your belly in, relax your shoulders away from your ears for 5. And last one, hold, take it back another inch, and then take a long stretch here. Imagine someone's pulling you apart from either side. Now plug your shoulder blades away from your ears, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Inhale, exhale to lift just the head, neck, and shoulders, and then up another inch, and another inch, and another inch, and then reach, reach, reach forward, and then scoop, relax shoulder blades away from the ears, and roll back halfway. And drawing the belly in, squeeze pelvic floor, press out, out, out. Relax the shoulder blades down, and then hold the band out. Lift the right leg a tiny inch up off the mat and lower, and left leg little tiny lift and lower. Slow lift and lower. One more each way, and then slowly roll yourself all the way down to the mat. Inhale, reaching long, and then plug the shoulder blades away from the ears. Reach your hands to the sky, rolling up halfway. Hold, send the shoulder blades down, and then twisting your ribcage over to the right without letting the pelvis move, and then rotate back to center. And twist, and back to center. And again, over to the right. So just the ribcage is rotating. The arms stay right in front of the shoulders, and twist. One more time. Twist, and center, and twist, and center, and round up and over to your toes. Take a dive forward. Let's take the band around the right foot and roll all the way down, taking the right leg up to the sky. Let's start to loosen up the back of the legs. Melting into that hamstring stretch, anchoring your pelvis down, and then a little bend and straighten of the leg. Relaxing shoulders away from the ears, pushing the right sits bone forward, and then start to bring the leg back a little bit further, and a little bit further. Taking a couple more breaths here. One more breath, you can get into that deepest hamstring stretch. And then release that, hugging it to the toes for your calf stretch. Pulling the toes down, heel pushes up, easing off of the hamstring. And then you can point and flex. Try to relax everything else into the mat. And then holding the toes down, heel up. And then back to the center of the foot and spiraling the thigh, opening out to the side of your inner thigh. Lengthen out of the inner thigh, pressing the right heel away from you, relaxing the shoulders. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Can you keep your pelvis squared as you lengthen that leg out, actively stretching? And then exhale, let's lengthen that leg up to the sky. And switch hands with the band or the ring and bring the leg across the body. You could also be using a towel if you don't have either. Push your right hip away. Anchor the right back pocket down, stretching through the side of the hip and the leg. And breathe there. Let's take one more breath. And we'll melt into your spinal twist, letting the band go to the side. Leg fall across the body, moving in the opposite direction. And we'll extend that right leg long onto the mat. Hopefully it's loosened up, grabbing a hold of your band around your wrist and peel yourself up and over, driving up and over to the toes, catching on to the left foot, holding all the way down, taking that left leg up to the sky. Breathing into the back of the leg. Shoulders relax. And start to bend and straighten that leg. And holding that leg straight, pulling back a little bit further. One more breath there. And release that, hooking to the toes for your calf stretch. Pulling the toes down, heel pushing up. And point and flex. Hold the toes down, heel up. And then back to the center of the foot, spiraling the thigh, opening out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Pushing through that left heel, lengthening from the thigh. Anchoring the right hip down. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. On the exhale, we'll sweep that leg up to the sky, letting the leg come a little bit across the body, stretching through the side of the hip. And bring the back pocket down. And you push that left hip away from you a little bit as you anchor the back pocket down as the leg comes a little bit further across. Take one more breath there. And melt it into your spinal twist, the leg fall across the body in the opposite direction. Extend the leg all the way back out to straight. Shake the legs all the way out. Reach the hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, peel yourself up and over to your toes. Take it back forward. And then come onto your hands and knees. The knees underneath the pelvis, hands underneath the shoulders, rounding into your cat. And into your cow. And into your cat. Push the spine of the sky. Into your cow, shining the heart forward. And all the way back to center. Drawing the abs up and in, wrap the ribs up and in as you reach your right arm and your left leg long. And bring it back to center. Left arm, right leg. And back to center. So let's move opposite arm, opposite leg at the same time, keeping the pelvis still, drawing the abs up and in, wrapping the ribs up and in. Firming the glute as you extend that leg long, sliding the shoulder blade away from your ear as you extend the arm long. Let's hold the right arm and left leg long. Hold the back leg, just says pulse up, up. The neck is long, ribs are wrapping in for 5. Last one, round your spine, knee and the elbow connect underneath your belly and extend. And draw it in and extend. And in. 2 more like that. Last one, extend and hold. And bring it back to center, left arm, right leg. Holding here, back leg pulses up, firming the glutes, square the hips, nothing else moves, just that leg, little lifts for 5. Last one, round the spine, the knee and the elbow touch, and extend, and in. Find that contraction, make sure they come together, pull the abs in, 2 more. Relax the left foot, last one, lengthen, hold. and bring it back to center into a cat, into a cow. Roll the toes under, draw the abs in, pressing the palms down into the mat, and then hover the knees an inch up. Drawing the abs up and in, wrap the ribs up and in. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths here. Last one. And we'll bring the knees back down. Turn the palms toward, or turn the fingertips towards your knees, and small little circles stretching out the wrists. And reverse. And bringing it all the way back to center. Return the fingertips to the front. And let's hover the knees in that. And again, up off of the mat, long neck. Draw the abs in. You're going to draw the right knee in to the chest and extend that leg long. Draw the right knee to the chest, extend the leg long. Staying in your hover if that's available. One more time. And bring it back to your hover. Left knee, draw it into your chest and extend long. Draw in, extend, in, extend. One more time. We meet back in the hover. And then lower the knees down, press back to the child's pose. Reaching the fingertips long to the front. Take a breath there. Lengthen the fingertips a little further forward, heavy your tailbone to your heels. And then roll yourself up and out onto your belly. Length all the way out onto your abs. Folding the forearms together, glue the forehead to the forearms, and just shake your pelvis out. Let go of any tension in your sacrum. Relax the shoulder blades away from the ears. Draw the abs up and in and float your right leg up off the mat, keeping the hip pressing down and lower. Left leg lift and lower, and right and left. One more time, single leg. Can you plug the shoulder blades away from the ears? We'll float both legs up, draw the abs in and lower. Draw the abs in, lift both legs up, engage the glutes. And lower, lift the legs up and hold, stir them away from each other. They move in opposite directions as they circle it around. Drawing the belly in. And then reverse. And bring everything back to center, lower the legs down, shake the pelvis out. Lengthen the arms out to the front and then turn the palms towards each other. So the thumbs are in the direction of the ceiling. Draw the belly in, and we're going to float arms and legs up off the mat. And then sweep them out to the sides. Palms are facing the floor. Press the hands back to touch the pelvis, lift the chest a slight bit more, and then bring the hands back out to the side. And then drag the arms back forward. Refold the arms, lower down to the mat. Shake everything out. One more time there. Send the arms back forward. Palms are facing each other, thumbs are in the direction of the sky. Slide the shoulder blades down, draw the abs in, arms and legs lift. And then open out to the sides, get longer like someone can pull your fingertips away from you, and then bring your hands back to touch your hips. Lengthen the neck, bring your hands back out to the sides. Lengthen your arms forward, slide the shoulder blades in the ears, refold the arms, relax everything down to the mat. Lengthen your arms out in front of you, palms turn towards the floor, slide the shoulder blades with the ears, draw the abs in. We're coming into swimming. We're going to float arms and legs, lift, and then a little flutter kick. Again, pulling your shoulder blades away from your ears, long neck for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Fold the arms, keep the legs lifted, upper body's relaxed, bend the knees, flex the feet, heels to the sky, lift the thighs, and lower. So frog leg lifts. Lift and lower. The knees are open as wide as the pelvis. Squeeze the heels together. As soon as the thighs hit the floor, let's push them right back up. They almost touch the floor and they go right back up. Up, squeeze. Up, squeeze and hold. Tiny kicks to the sky of your heels. Push the heels together as you press your heels up. Pull them a little bit back towards your bum. Little lifts. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lengthen your legs long. Shake everything out. Gently press yourself back to your child's pose. Take a stretch here. This time let's walk the hands over to the right, taking a stretch to your left side body. Breathing into the ribs, into that lung on the left side to expand the ribs. One more breath there. And then back to center to the other side. Lengthening those right fingertips a little further forward, breathing into the lung on the right side, creating space between your ribs. And walk it back to center. Rolling yourself all the way back up. Let's come onto your bum, grab your weights, so they're gonna be behind you, and have your ball, because we're gonna be grabbing it soon. So come to sit back on your bum. Actually, let's hold the weights in your hands to start. Dig the heels down, lift and roll the shoulders with the ears. Lengthen the arms out to the front. Scoop, roll halfway back. Come up to sit. Scoop and roll halfway back. Come up to sit. Scoop, roll halfway back and hold. Lifting the right arm a couple inches and lower and left. So wherever you can stabilize your shoulder blade and not go into your neck. We'll do one more each way. Bring it back to center, roll all the way down to the mat. Bring the weights behind you, behind your head. So put the numbers of the weights on the floor, and then bring your hands onto the other end of the weight. So they're resting on top of the numbers. The palms just press into the hand. Find yourself in your neutral. Maybe you need to take a couple times to arch and imprint just to loosen up that low back, and then pelvis into neutral. Hip bones in line with your glute bones. Make sure you have your small lumbar curve. Wrap the ribs down into the body. Draw the belly in and bring the right leg into table. Left leg up to meet it. Abs are pulling in tight, and we'll reach the right leg long to the front and bring it back to center and left. And just giving some tricep tension into the weights. So they're also taking away stability here. Your abs are working right away, pulling everything in to stabilize the pelvis. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. So you don't want the weights too far behind you. They're just directly behind your head. Two more like this. Last one. Bring it back in and let go of the weights for a moment and just give your knees a little hug. Legs back to table. Hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, press your hands towards your hips, extend your legs at a high diagonal, and bring it all the way back in. Inhale, exhale, and back in. Inhale, exhale, hold this one up. We have the hundreds here, legs are long, either in turnout or parallel. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your legs are at whatever level feels best for your body. Where are your abs activated? You're reaching your fingertips at front edge of the mat. Can you get a little bit longer through the neck? Pull your belly and squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale, big, halfway there. You've got the line between your chin and your chest, so you're not tucking your chin, but you're not letting your head roll backwards either. Inhale and exhale. 2 more sets. Inhale, exhale, last set. Inhale and exhale. Draw the legs back up to the sky, hug everything in, relax, let the legs stir around in the hip sockets. And reverse. And bring it back to center. Let's take the ball. And then if there's too many things going on, you don't have to have the ball, you don't have to have the weights. You could just do it without. So just know that that's always an option. Legs one at a time to table, and let's place the ball deep in the inner thighs. Let's get the weights that are right behind your head and put them back in start position where the numbers are pressing down, with the heel of your hand is pressing into the weight. Flex the feet, knees are hovering over the hips, draw the abs in, and we just squeeze the ball and release. Squeeze, drawing in from the center. Squeeze and release. Can you stay in neutral? Squeeze and release. Squeeze and hold in tiny pulses in. For 5. Last one, let the heels dip just a tiny bit, not far, tiny bit forward, and drag it back up. Because you want to see how this feels when the arms are back right now without the stability of them on the floor. So just a little bit forward and drag it up. If that feels stable for your body, maybe they go a little bit further. And lift. The heels drip down and lift. 2 more. Pull the belly in. Last one, let them go to your point of control. If it feels all right there, we hold and then you squeeze. Otherwise, you bring them back to tabletop. Little squeeze of the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. Place the feet to the mat. Keep the ball where it's at. Grab the weights in your hand. Reach the weights up to the sky. Inhale on your exhale, rolling up onto your sits bones. You're gonna punch over to the left, punch over to the right, back to center, roll all the way down. Inhale again. Exhale, roll up. We go twist, twist, back to center, roll down. Inhale, exhale, lift, go twist, twist, back to center. Again, we have 3 more like that. Roll up, twist, twist, center. Reach, reach, center. Last one, lift, go twist. Twist, hold it back at center, take it back an inch. Come up an inch, take it back an inch. Squeeze that ball, take it back an inch and lift for 5, 4, pull the abs in, 3, squeeze your ball, 2, and last one, rolling all the way back down to the mat. Take the weights all the way to the back, let the weights kind of stretch you open there. And then we'll leave the weights behind you, grab the ball, legs, come back to center, reset your neutral, bring your legs to table. Holding onto the ball, float the head, neck, and shoulders up, extend the legs up to the sky, and we're just gonna reach the ball or whatever you have up to your toes. Just reach up. Maybe it's your weight, maybe it's a block, it's whatever you have. Little lift and lift, lift and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower down, inhale, exhale, lift it over to that right ankle, little reach up and up. So we're reaching just to the right side, staying on that side for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, back to center, lower down, inhale, exhale, lift over to the left, we will reach, reach, reach for 5. Last one, back to center, all the way down, lift up, placing the ball in between your ankles, all the way back down. Arms relaxed by the side, so it's the ball, it's the block, maybe it's a rolled up towel. It's not the weight here probably though. Arms firm down, collarbone is wide, and we're gonna do tiny little hip lift. Lift and lower. Try to slide the legs up that imaginary wall that's in front of you. Tiny lift, hover, and lower. Lift and lower. 3 more like that. In the low abs here. 2, so you don't need it to go too big. Last one, back to center. Draw the abs in, and we're gonna slowly lower the ball. It's gonna go all the way down to the mat if it's available. It's very slow and controlled. Squeeze what you have in your legs. Super controlled. Slowly lower, lower. Abs in for 3, 2, and lower all the way down to the mat. Reaching the hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, peeling yourself up, 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 up. Reaching all the way back forward. Take a stretch. Sitting up tall. Let's come to sit up on the sits bones. Glue the heels. If it's available, whatever you have, let's put it between the hamstrings and the calves. And that's not a requirement. That's just helps to keep your legs in place. Shift back from the sits bones, pick the heels up, fingertip touch to your ankles, or you can have your arms out. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears, draw the abs in, roll to your shoulder blades, come up and balance on your sits bones. So once you have that between your legs can't open as you roll back. So make sure that you're staying in your little ball position. Even if you don't have anything between the legs, know that you're staying in your tight little ball. 2 more. Using your abs as your brake, relax the shoulders 1 more time. Let's come all the way up and we balance. Taking the ball from the legs. Holding it out in front of you. Sets your waist down, standing good. Okay, pull the belly in, get a little bit longer and taller, and then slow and controlled all the way down until you're in neutral, keeping the head up if it's available. Push the ball into the thighs. Press both hands into the ball. Push the thighs and the ball and the hands together. Everything is getting tighter. Keep that tension. Let the left leg go long and back to center. Right leg go long and back to center. Single leg stretch here. And breathe. Relax the shoulder blades down. Use your breath. Zip your abs even deeper. Let's do one more each way. We're gonna go right and left and back to center and relax everything down. Let your head rock side to side. Let's take the ball into the ankles. If you want it, you know you have options. And reach the hands up to the sky. Collarbone is wide, pelvis to neutral. Floating head, neck, and shoulders up, reaching your hands towards your ankles. And then remember what this position is, because we're gonna move away from that and then circle the arms around to come back to that. You lengthen, squeeze the ball, circle. Use that breath, 4 more. Inhale and exhale for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it all the way back to center, take the ball, and then relax everything down, let your head rock side to side. And we'll bring the legs to the table, hand is gonna hold the ball like a block. Relax the shoulders, draw the abs in, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, extend the legs up, lower the left leg, double pull the right leg towards the ball or the block to the legs pull. Inhale, exhale. So your range of motion is determined by your stability and how it's feeling in your back. Are your abs working? Long legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, breathe. 2 more each way. Last one each way. Bring the right leg back up, lower the left leg to the mat, roll up and reach to the toe. And roll all the way down. The left leg is on the mat. Inhale, exhale, rolling all the way up. And all the way down. Inhale and exhale, roll all the way up. And all the way down. One more time only. All the way up. All the way down. Switch the legs. Going all the way up to the left leg. Right leg is all the way on the mat. Inhale, exhale. I think the ball is giving me reminders of the synchronized gymnastics or rhythmic gymnastics with the ball, or dancing, whatever they call it. Last one, all the way up. Can you bring your right leg up? And all the way down, hug it all the way in and relax. Rock side to side, whatever your body's calling for right now, just take a little moment so we can come into double straight leg lower. Let's bring the legs to the table. Ball can be in the thighs, it can be in the ankles. Your decision where you want it. It could be on the floor. Hands behind the head, elbows wide to the sides. Can you soften the ribs into the body? Draw the belly in deep. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Fingertips behind the ears. Extend the legs to the sky. Squeeze the ball if you have it. Inhale, and lowering down. Squeeze, exhale to float the legs back up. So maybe one hand wants to be on the pelvis to help make sure your abs are going in and not pushing up. If they're pushing up, don't take the legs as far. 3 more. You can always have your head on the mat, and that means don't put the legs as far either. So 1 more. Drag it all the way up and all the way in, relax. Bring the feet down to the mat. Widen the feet and let your knees just windshield wiper in. So just let go of any tension in your pelvis. And bring it back to center. You're gonna hold on to the ball. Neutral pelvis. So float the legs to table. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the left leg long. We're gonna reach up and over to the right. Pull the ball or the block underneath the right leg, scissor the legs, and switch. They're just gonna go back and forth, bicycling in and out, and we just go side to side. Reaching up. Can you reach the ball like you can touch the front corner of the mat? 3, for 4. Twisting the rib cage. 3. With the toes, long legs. 2. And last one, each way. Return everything to center and hug it in and relax. The head rock side to side. Let the legs go all the way long. And put the ball to the side for the moment. And let your arms go long behind you. And take the stretch. Imagine you're getting pulled apart. Can you get a little bit longer? And then since your hands are already back there, let's go ahead, grab the weights, reach the hands up over the shoulders, widen the collarbone, draw the abs in, and you'll peel your head back and shoulders up. You're gonna dive up, 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 up. Reaching forward without collapsing, send the shoulder blades away, and then scoop and roll it down. Inhale, hands over the shoulders, exhale, peeling yourself up. And scoop and rolling it down. 2 more like that, coming all the way up, reaching forward, and scoop and rolling it down. 1 more time. Peeling up and over. We're gonna roll back halfway. And start to tap the hands together, little taps. Tap. Rounding your spine, relaxing your shoulders, little taps, and then we're gonna do crosses, cross, cross. Can you soften the quads? Breathe. And bring it to center, flip the palms, bicep curls, bend, and extend. Long legs. If it helps, you also can have the ball or the block in between your thighs. Sometimes that will help give you a little more inside line action, getting inner thighs so you don't go into your back. Hold the next one, arms long, turn the palms towards each other, plug the shoulder blades down, and then the right elbow, and then left. And breathe. 5 more each way. The kids are having fun outside, so hopefully you can't hear too much of that. Last one each way. Both arms out, turn the palms down and roll all the way down into the mat. Take a long stretch here, let the weights pull your arms back. And then reach the hands up. Draw the abs in, roll up to your halfway point. Turn the palms towards each other, plug the shoulder blades down, hinging the arms open, and hug around a big balloon. So you want the elbows slightly higher than the wrists. You want the shoulders relaxed. For 3. Last one, let's take the arms back to open. Turn the palms down, pinkies up, small lift, lift. Abs tight. For 5. Last one, dive the body forward, send the arms back, the palms are facing each other, and then pulse them in. Hold those shoulder blades towards each other, widen the collarbone, hold them in, and press them up to the sky, press up. Lengthen out of your pelvis. You can always bend your knees if you need to here, for 3, 2, hold it up, flip the palms, lift them up higher, the highest point you can get them, and press up, without compromising your form. And then start to tap them in, they go in. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, they go forward, they go up to the sky, send the shoulders away from the ears. Can you sit up a little bit longer and taller, wrap the ribs in, bend the elbows out to the sides and press over your head. Bend and press. For 5. Push. I know they're not super heavy, but let's imagine they are heavy. Create the resistance for yourself. 2 more. Last one. Hold them up. Turn the palms towards each other. Bring the arms back so the biceps are one side of the ears. Lengthen your neck. Now bend the elbows behind you and straighten, bend, and extend. We're going to go into our other tricep dips after this. So if that's not available for your wrist today, you'll stay doing this for 3. Press. 2. And last one, bring the weights all the way down, fingertips behind your pelvis, fingertips are facing forward, widen your collarbone, walk your feet in any amount, draw the belly in, and then lift the hips. Shift your weight backwards, bend the elbows and straighten. So if that's not feeling good, you could stay with the weights, bend and press. Can you keep your neck long? For 5. 2. Last one, hold it down, tiny press. Pull your elbows towards each other, press for 5. Last one, you're gonna bring your bum down, come onto your forearms, legs to table, wide collarbone, squeeze the thighs, and let the knees swivel over to the right, drawing a circle down, around, up, holding it at the top, and then over to the left. And if you want, take the legs to straight. So you can have tabletop, you can have straight legs. Your decision, where do you want to be today? breathe. Keeping the pelvis pretty still. It's gonna move, but I want you to really focus on those abs to stabilize you. Let's do one more each way. Last one, bring it all the way back up to the sky. Holding here, draw the abs in, and then roll up and catch your ankles. Open the legs as wide as the pelvis. That rolling up to catch the ankles is nothing when you think about those uneven bars where they're doing a flip and then back up into the higher bar. So that was basically nothing. You could probably redo that a lot of times. Relax the shoulders, pull the abs in, roll to your shoulder blades. Come up and balance on your sits bones. To your shoulder blades. Come up and balance on your sits bones. 3 more like that. It's super fun to keep a hold of those sweaty legs right now, at least mine are. 1 more. Come all the way up and hold. Bring the legs together. Release the arms. Lower the legs slowly to the front of the mat. And then fold over your legs and take a breath. Sit up tall. Let's come to lay on your right side. So we're gonna lay all the way out. Head can be all the way on your arm. It could be propped up. Your decision. It could be on the ball or the block. Whatever's feeling good for you today. What I care about is stacked hips. And then bring your legs a tiny bit forward. Slide the shoulders away from the ears, draw the abs in, wrap the ribs in, feel your bottom waistline energized up off of the mat. Lift the top leg in line with the hip. Feel like it can get pulled a little bit further out, and then sweep it forward, point and sweep it back. Long leg flex to bring forward, point and sweep it back. So when you bring the leg back, can you really firm up off of the hamstring? So the booty activates, the abs are keeping you stable on the balance beam. Hold this one on the back in tiny pulses, pulse back. Firming up right underneath the booty, and then return it to center, spiral the thigh to the sky, and then drag your toes up the leg, extend the leg up, flex and drag it down. Pull the toes up, extend, flex and pull it down. 2 more like that. Last one, extend up, but this time we're gonna rebend and push it out. So we just reverse the direction. 2. Last one, holding this one all the way out. Get a little bit longer, point the toe in tiny circles here. Draw the abs in. This is just stirring in a little screw. And then reverse. And then spiral the thigh back up to the sky. Lift the leg back up. Take those tiny circles to the sky now. And reverse. And hold, flex the foot. And then let the leg come towards the floor. So you look like the letter L from the top. And then drag it straight back up. Pull the abs in. And drag the leg back up, smooth and controlled. We don't want to go fast and miss out on all the goodness. 2 more. And last one. We're going to take that leg, bend it, and place it to the back. Bottom leg, point the toe, pull it back a little bit so now you're straight. The top leg also could be to the front. You decide where you would like it to be. Where do you feel it best? Let's point the toe and lift and lower and lift and lift. So top leg is really irrelevant. It just, we want it out of the equation. You want that bottom leg. Feel that inner thigh as you lift and lower. And then flex the foot, lift and lower. Turn the heel slightly to the sky. And lift. And then hold it up, pulses up. For 5, Hold it, again, point the toes in tiny circles, turn it around. Wrap the ribs in, relax the shoulders, and reverse. And then lower that leg all the way back down. Knees at 45 degrees, keep the hips stacked again. Watch that you're not closing in the rib hip situation. You want to find length in your torso, and then angle the ankles up. Clamshells lift and lower. And if you feel like you get more out of your clamshell with the feet down, feel free to do that. You might be able to activate the glute deeper without the balance piece in. So you decide where you want to be. 4, 3, 3. Keeping everything else in neutral. Hold this one up, tiny pulses up. For 5. Last one, rotate the knee to the knee and the toe to the ankle. We're gonna go knee to knee, toe to ankle. If at any point you want that bottom leg down, feel free. And then we're gonna keep that knee down, kick it out. Tap it down, kick out, squeeze. Tap down, get that squeeze on the end. For 5. Squeeze up and back at that little diagonal. Keep the leg long on this next one. Squeeze a little bit, push it back a little further, and then tiny lift, lift, lift. But wrap the ribs in, make sure you're not losing your neutral. For 5. Last one, bring it all the way back in and lower all the way down. Bring the knees to 90 degrees. Side tabletop. Relax the shoulder blades away from the ears. Make sure the knees are stacked, feet are flexed. The top leg is just gonna lift and almost touch down. Take the leg as high as is available without letting the pelvis roll backwards. You just don't want to roll off of the balance beam. Lift and down. Squeeze the glute. Squeeze. On the next one, let's bring it down halfway to hold. Tiny stirs. Keep pushing the top hip away. Relax the shoulder away from the ear and reverse it. And while it's feeling really good, hold it here. Just kick that leg forward and small pulse up, tiny pulse. And then a tiny bend straight in, bend straight in. This is it here. For 5. And last one, bring it all the way back in, relax, punch it out. Let's prop yourself all the way up and just swivel the legs to the other edge of the mat. Laying all the way down. So same thing as on the other side. Stack your body, bring the legs a touch forward, make sure the hips are stacked. Lift the top leg and then push your heel a little bit further away from you. You're just in line with your hip. Sweep the leg forward and point and sweep it back. Flex to bring it forward and point and sweep it back. Wrap the ribs into the body. Try to minimize any extra movement. Just that leg, retracing a line in the sand. Sweep. 3. Last one, it stays all the way back. Squeeze the glute in tiny pulses. For 5. Last one, bring it to center. And then we sprout the thigh open as we lift the leg, bend, and push the toes down. We go lift, bend, press all the way down that leg, lift. 2. Last one, we take it up and then reverse. We're reversing, but we go down and drag it up, right? There, right? I think I did them backwards that time. Sorry, friends. As long as you do both ways, we're good. And let's hold this one down, point the toes, tiny little circles here. And reverse. And then hold, sprout that thigh open, kick it to the sky, and we draw our circles here. Stirring it around. And reverse. Inside of the hip socket, the stir comes from. Now hold, flex the foot. We sweep the leg forward. and we sweep it back up. We sweep the leg forward and it goes up to the sky. 2 more. Last one, let's take it up and we hold and then bend the knee, place that foot on the mat wherever you did so on the other side. Sweep the bottom leg back, point the toe, and we just lift and lower. Lift. Keeping the pelvis stacked. And then we'll flex the foot, same thing. Lifting the heel a little higher to the sky. Drawing the abs in. On the next one, let's hold it up and tiny pulses up, up, up. Lots of inner thigh for 5. Hold it up, point the toe, we draw our circle, string it around. Super tight circle here. Point those toes and reverse it. And then lower that leg all the way down, bend the knees 45 degrees, angle the ankles up if you did so on the other side, and then lift and lower for the clamshell. Lift. Make sure you get a squeeze at the top. Don't let it just fall when it gets to the top. You lift, squeeze, and lower with control. Getting that movement happening in the hip socket. One more like that. And now we're gonna rotate knee to knee, toe to ankle. Knee to knee, toe to ankle. For 3. Last one. Now the knee goes down, you kick back. Down and kick. Up and back at the diagonal. Can you still wrap your ribs in? Press. For 3. Last one, lift, lengthen, hold. Bring it back a little bit further, up a little bit higher, and tiny pulse up, up, up. For 5. Last one, bring it all the way back in, lower the knees, bring them to 90 degrees. Flex the feet, make sure the knees are stacked to show that the hips are stacked. Push that top hip away, and if you need to, put your hand there and keep that hip away. And then we're gonna lift and lower. Lift, squeeze, and down. So you go as high as is available without rolling backwards. You wanna make sure that the pelvis is staying in place because a lot of times the piriformis would love to take over and it's a small muscle and you're gonna feel burning. You're not gonna feel like the muscle's working so much as it's just a burning, pinching. So it's better to get the glute med if the pelvis can stay in alignment. Come down, hold halfway, and little tiny circles. Are you still drawing your abs in? You're still lifting out of your pelvic floor, and then reverse. Flex that foot, hold, kick that leg forward, and small tiny lift. Push the bum back just a little bit to make sure you're staying in your neutral, you're not rounding your spine, and hold, tiny bend kick, then press, then press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, bring it all the way back in. Did we miss anything on that side, guys? No, we're good? Okay. Let's prop yourself all the way up. What time do we have here? Okay, let's swing around and we're gonna meet in a plank for a moment. Actually, first let's take a cat stretch. Let's take a little stretch here. And into your cow. And one more time into our cat. And into our cow. And let's actually, Neil, are you ready? We're gonna do the plank now, and then I'm just gonna add a couple extra things after. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, so we'll go to a plank, but know that we still have a couple minutes left. So mentally prepare that the plank isn't the finale. Okay, let the legs go long and we're in our plank.
Barack and I got married before 300 friends and family. I had not just cousins, but cousins of cousins and their kids. My father's siblings were there and my mom's family turned out in force. I had classmates from high school and college, locals from the old neighborhood, and colleagues from my old law firm and my new ones at City Hall. A South Side jazz band performed and my old friend Santita sang. Barack's law firm was there, as were a cohort of community organizers. A rowdy Hawaiian posse mingled with Barack's family from Kenya. We were surrounded by love, the eclectic multicultural Obamas and the anchoring Robinsons, all interwoven among the pews. My brother Craig walked me down the aisle, and my mother sat regally in the front row, her chin lifted and her eyes proud. We all still ached for my father, though as he would have wanted, we were also continuing on. 3, 2, 1.
Downward dog. So take a breath into your downward dog. One more breath there. We're gonna meet back in our plank. Come onto your forearm plank. Holding here, press the palms down, tap the right toes out to the side and back to center and left, side to side. Pull the abs up and in. 2 more each way. Last one. Back to center, back up onto the hands, back to your downward dog, which is fun with a sweaty mat. Take the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, stretch the hip out. And then step that hand, or step the foot through the hands and rotate the right hand up to the sky. Take a little breath there. And bring it back to center. Step your left toes in a little bit, and then let's bring the hands up to the sky. Side shoulders down, quick little lunges here, and I'm coming out of the screen. Breathe for 5, 3, 2. Last one, hold it down, bring your hands to the mat, step back to your plank into your downward dog. Take the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, stretching out the left side body. Let the weight of the leg pull your hip open, your obliques. And then square the hips, step the foot through, reaching the left hand up to the sky, take the twist. Reaching the fingertips up a little bit higher. And then bring that hand down, step the foot in a tiny bit, and then bring the hands up to the sky. We lunge here, bend and straighten, bend. Bring that back knee towards the mat for 5. Wrap the ribs and abs in. 3, 2. Last one, hold it down. Now we're just gonna step the left or the right foot to meet the left. We're in our little squat, and we're just gonna hinge back. Okay, sorry, that was totally, I didn't have it together, friends. Hinge the arms forward, hinge your butt back, and set up, squeeze. Push your butt back, up, squeeze. For 5, 4, 3, 2. The next one, we sit back and we hold, and little pulses down. This is it. Pulse down for 5, 3, 2, and last one, fold over to your feet and take the stretch. And let everything just sway side to side. Letting go of everything. Just take a moment there. See that the feet are hip width apart, toes facing forward. Soften the bend in the knee. Draw the abs in and slowly start to roll your spine up. Vertebra by vertebra. Rolling the shoulders down, head up, standing up nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale up. Exhale it out. One more time, big inhale up. And exhale. Thank you for coming to class, Pilates Hotties. Nice work.